Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to fix a common UI issue that many of us run into while building application. Right now, in our header section here, you can see that we have a sign in link and the profile link and the sign out button all showing up together, which doesn't look good and is definitely confusing for users. To solve this, we will use the conditional rendering. With conditional rendering, we can make use that only the correct button or link appear based on the user authentication state. For example, when the user sign in, they should only see the profile link and the sign out button or the link. And when they are not signing, they should only see the sign in link. So for this, we use the Clerk authentication component, which is sign in and turn out. If you go to the Google and type find out sign in turn out Clerk option. So here you can click on sign out. So if you go to the Clerk documentation, as we are currently working on Next.js, so here you can see that the Clerk provide the component for sign in and turn out to manage the authentication state of the users. So we are implementing these in our application. So let's move for this. So as you can see on the screen, so already you see all the three options on the screen, but logically they shouldn't happen. Okay. So what we have to do? So if the user login, so we go to the application. So you can see that if the user login, then they should see the sign in option, and if they are logged in, they should see the profile link and the sign out button. So the goal here is to render this UI element conditioning. To set up the conditional rendering, we will check the authentication state of the user. So how we can manage thing? So we can manage this authentication state of a user using the Clerk sign in and sign out option. So let's do that. So here we are in this. We going to add we have a component already we built in the previous video, that is the authentication.jsx file. So here we are using the sign in and turn out button option for this. So let's import that component over here. So for this, let's type sign in and turn out. Okay. So now we can implement this sign in and turn out in our code. So these are the components which are used to manage the authentication in Clerk. Okay, now let's add this component in this in a header section. So how we can implement this component? So for this, in which, so here you can see we are using the sign out for the sign in button. So I will write signed out and close this component and we wrap that sign in button inside the sign out component. Okay, now paste it over here and paste it. Now, what about signing? Where we have to apply the signing? So we are using the signing in and wrap the link and turn out button so that it will be visible only when the user want to sign in. When the user is signing. So for this, we can write the component tag in, close this component, and wrap the link and the sign out button inside this particular component from which we are implementing from the Clerk authentication. Okay. So let me give a commit page so that it can be wrapped easily. So now here you can see that we have already so how this will work. So here when the sign in button will be visual. If the person is sign out, then only the sign in button will be visible. And and this will work when the user is signing, then the link and the sign out button will be seen. So how this can be worked? Let's go to the browser and see how it in action. So go to the browser. So now here you can see that if we refresh this particular page. So now before implementing this authentication or before implementing this sign in and turn out component from the Clerk library, you can see all the three options over here, like sign in and profile and sign out. But now after implementing, we are only in the sign in link. So let's log in with the help of sign in here. So I'm logging using Google. You can log in using your email ID if you would like to. So now I am logging. Now here you can see when I already log in. So here my profile and sign out option are available, which is a better approach or the functionality which I need in a particular application. To when the person is signing, then only that person see the sign out on the profile page, and if the person is not signed in, then he should only see the sign in link option. So now if you click on the profile section over here, so you can see your profile, email address, all the profile details of your account from which you have logging in the Clerk in the Next.js application. Now here you can see also the password over there. So all the things will be working as simply. Now if you would want to sign out, when you click on timeout, after timeout, you are redirected to the home page and you can only see the sign in option. So this is how the Clerk manage the authentication state of a user using the sign in and timeout component, which make this possible in Clerk. Okay. Now after this, now already we have tested that when I am signing out, so profile link and timeout will be appeared, and when we have sign out, only the sign in button appear. Okay. Now, and that is all. We have successfully used conditional running to solve this issue. So now your header section will always show the right option depending on whether the user is signed in or not. If you find this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you have any question or suggestion. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.